The note sat on my kitchen counter like a slap in the face. Happy birthday, Freya. We're all at the Golden Lotus Spa for the day. Didn't think you'd want to join since you're always so busy with work. Love, Mom. I stared at the hastily scrawled message, my coffee going cold beside me. Of course they'd gone without me. On my birthday. To the most exclusive spa in the city. The one I'd been dropping hints about visiting for months. My name is Freya, and at 32, I'm the family disappointment, at least according to my mother's subtle jabs and my brother's constant reminders of his success. My phone buzzed. Speaking of the devil. Hey sis, Ashton's voice dripped with his usual smugness. Mom said she left you a note. We're having the most amazing time. You should see this place. The massage alone costs more than you probably make in a week. I gripped the phone tighter. Thanks for thinking of me. Oh, come on, don't be like that. You're always working anyway. Hey, did I tell you about my new investment? Just closed a deal that'll net me another $1 million by summer. That's great, Ash. Really great. I glanced at my laptop, where a very different kind of investment plan sat open in a hidden folder. Listen, I should go. My boss is calling. Still at that dead-end job? You know, if you just let me help. Goodbye, Ash. I hung up and immediately dialed another number. Marissa? Yeah, it's happening. Today. Oh my God, finally. My best friend's excitement crackled through the speaker. Meet you at our spot in 20? The cafe was quiet when I arrived. Marissa waved from our usual corner booth, 2 lattes already waiting. Happy birthday, by the way, she said, sliding an envelope across the table, though I'm guessing it hasn't been very happy so far. I told her about the note and Ashton's call. Your family is literally the worst, she said, shaking her head. But are you sure you want to do this? It's a huge risk. I pulled out my laptop and opened the folders I'd been compiling for the past year. Look at these numbers. The Golden Lotus is hemorrhaging money. Lauren's been keeping me updated on everything. Still can't believe the owner's been mentoring you all this time. Because, unlike my family, Lauren actually saw potential in me. I took a sip of my latte. She's retiring, wants to sell to someone who'll maintain the spa's reputation. The asking price is steep, but with my savings and the investors Lauren connected me with, and your family has no idea you've been studying spa management? I smiled. They think I'm still just a secretary. Mom actually told me last week that at least it's honest work. Meanwhile, I've been taking night classes, working with Lauren, learning everything about the business. My phone buzzed again. A text from my mother. Having the most wonderful time. Wish you could appreciate these things like we do. Maybe next year. Marissa read the text over my shoulder and groaned. They're literally taunting you now. Not for long. I opened my email and clicked send on a message I'd drafted weeks ago. I just confirmed my meeting with the bank this afternoon. Wait, today? I thought, I'm done waiting. I closed my laptop with a snap. They're all at the spa right now, celebrating without me? Perfect. Let them enjoy it. Because soon enough, they'll be celebrating in my spa. Marissa leaned back, studying me. You know there's no going back once you do this, right? Your family. My family needs to learn that I'm more than just Ashton's disappointing little sister. I stood up, gathering my things. I should get going. The bank meeting's at 2, and then I'm meeting Lauren to finalize everything. Freya? Marissa caught my arm as I turned to leave. Just be careful, okay? Revenge might feel good in the moment, but this isn't just about revenge. But even as I said it, I could feel the satisfaction building in my chest, imagining their faces when they realized the truth. It's about finally showing them who I really am. As I walked to my car, another text came through. A photo from Ashton of him and our parents lounging in plush robes, champagne glasses in hand. Living the life. Maybe someday you'll learn how to succeed like your big bro. I saved the photo. Soon it would be a reminder of the last time they underestimated me. Instead of heading to work, I turned toward the bank. Today wasn't just my birthday. It was the day I stopped being the family disappointment and became their worst nightmare. Lauren was already waiting in her office when I arrived at the Golden Lotus Spa. Through the floor-to-ceiling windows, I could see my family still lounging by the infinity pool, completely oblivious. Ready to make history? Lauren smiled, gesturing to the chair across from her desk. The bank approved everything, I said, pulling out the paperwork. Full financing, just like we planned. I never doubted you. She leaned forward, her expression turning serious. But Freya, there's something you need to know. The spa's finances are worse than we initially thought. My stomach dropped. How much worse? We're looking at about 30% more debt than the book showed. She slid a folder across the desk. The previous manager was creative with the accounting. I flipped through the documents, my hands trembling slightly. This could sink us before we even start. It could, Lauren agreed. Or it could be exactly the opportunity we need. The asking price just got a lot more negotiable. A knock at the door interrupted us. Ms. Lauren, your 3 o'clock massage clients are here. Through the glass wall, I saw my mother and father walking past, wrapped in plush robes. Duck! Lauren hissed, but I was already sliding under her desk. My mother's voice drifted through the door. Lauren, darling, what a wonderful day we're having. Susan, lovely to see you again. Lauren's voice was perfectly professional. I'll walk you to your treatment rooms. I held my breath until their footsteps faded. When I emerged, Lauren was back, shaking her head. This is insane, I muttered. I'm hiding from my own parents like a teenager. Speaking of your parents, Lauren said, they've been booking premium packages every month. Your brother, too. They're some of our biggest spenders. Of course they are. Ashton probably expenses it all to his company anyway. I grabbed my phone as it buzzed. Another text from him. Just booked the executive suite for next month, too. You should see these prices, sis. Oh, wait. Maybe don't look. Wouldn't want to depress you. Lauren read the text over my shoulder and whistled. Your brother's quite a piece of work. You have no idea. I showed her the string of messages from throughout the day. They've been like this for years. Every success, every luxury, thrown in my face like proof of my failure. Well, Lauren said, pulling out another folder, let's talk about turning those luxuries into your success. I've drafted a complete renovation plan. We'll need it to turn this place around. For the next hour, we pored over blueprints and budgets. Lauren had taught me everything about spa management over the past year, but seeing the full scope of what we were about to undertake was daunting. The staff might be the biggest challenge, Lauren warned. Many of them have been here for years. They're loyal, but resistant to change. I've been studying them for months, I said. Maria in accounting is brilliant but underutilized. James at the front desk has amazing ideas for modernizing our booking system. And Anna in marketing? She's wasted on basic social media posts. Lauren's eyebrows shot up. You've really done your homework. I had to. This isn't just about getting back at my family. I want to make this place even better than it already is. My phone buzzed again. A message from Marissa. How's it going? Did you sign yet? Before I could respond, voices approached Lauren's office. Through the glass, I saw Ashton walking with one of the massage therapists, gesturing grandly. And really, he was saying loudly enough for us to hear, anyone who can't afford this kind of treatment simply isn't trying hard enough. Look at my sister, always complaining about money, but she won't take my advice about investments. The massage therapist nodded politely, clearly uncomfortable. I turned to Lauren. How soon can we close this deal? She smiled, pulling out a final set of documents. Right now, if you're ready. I've had these prepared for weeks. My hands shook as I took the pen. Outside, I could hear Ashton still holding court, my parents' laughter joining his. Just think, Lauren said softly. In about 10 minutes, Every treatment they're enjoying will be putting money in your pocket instead of draining theirs. I signed my name with a flourish. When do you want to tell the staff? I've called an all-hands meeting for tomorrow morning. Your family's booked until 5. Plenty of time for you to get out of here without them seeing you. As I gathered my things, another text came through from my mother. Just booked our next family spa day. Well, family minus you, of course. But you understand, this place is for people who appreciate the finer things. I showed Lauren the message, and she laughed. Oh, they have no idea what's coming, do they? No, I said, tucking the signed ownership papers into my bag. But they're about to find out. The staff meeting was set for 8 a.m., but I arrived at 6:30, pacing the empty lobby of what was now my spa. My spa. The words still felt surreal. You look like you're about to throw up, Marissa said, appearing with 2 coffee cups. Here, you'll need this. What if they hate me? What if they all quit? I grabbed the coffee desperately. What if... Stop! Marissa grabbed my shoulders. You've been preparing for this for a year. Lauren believes in you. I believe in you. Now you just need to make them believe in you. The first employees started arriving at 7:45. I recognized each face from my months of observation. Maria from accounting, her glasses slightly askew. James from the front desk, already checking his tablet. Anna from marketing, creative energy practically radiating off her. At 8 a.m. sharp, Lauren called everyone to attention. Thank you all for coming in early, she began. As you know, I'm retiring. What you don't know is that I've found the perfect person to take over. I stepped forward, my heart hammering. The room erupted in whispers. Wait, Maria said. Aren't you that regular guest sister? The one they're always talking about? Yes, I said, my voice stronger than I felt. I'm Freya, and I know what you're thinking, that I'm just some rich family member who bought their way in. But I've been studying this industry for the past year, learning everything about this spa, about all of you. I turned to Maria. You created an entirely new accounting system that corporate ignored. To James, your booking app proposal would revolutionize our scheduling. To Anna, and your marketing ideas are exactly what we need to attract younger clients. The whispers turned to interested murmurs. I have plans, I continued, to make this place even better. But I need your help, your ideas, your expertise. What about our jobs? Someone called out. Everyone keeps their position, I assured them, with potential for advancement based on merit, not seniority. And the first order of business is a complete review of salaries and benefits. That got their attention. For the next hour, we discussed changes, improvements, fears, and hopes. By the end, even the most skeptical employees were contributing ideas. Then my phone buzzed. Ashton. Hey sis, guess what? Just booked the whole family for a spa day next week. Even got you an appointment. Time to stop being such a workaholic. My hands shook as I showed Lauren the message. Perfect timing, she said. The ownership transfer will be public record by then. Freya? It was Anna from marketing. I couldn't help but notice. Your family doesn't know about this, do they? No, I admitted. They don't. Then I have an idea. She pulled out her tablet, eyes sparkling. What if we... But before she could finish, Maria burst into the room, face pale. We have a problem, she said. A big one. I was reviewing the accounts and there's a tax lien on the property. A hidden one. If we don't pay it within 48 hours, we could lose everything. The room went silent. How much? I asked. Maria named a figure that made my knees weak. That's more than all my liquid assets combined, I whispered. I might have a solution, James spoke up. But you're not going to like it. Try me. Your brother. He's always bragging about his investment strategies, right? What if we could borrow them? What do you mean? James smiled. Every time he's here, he talks loudly on his phone about his trades. I've been noting them down out of curiosity. He's got a pattern. If we follow it. I started. Brilliant, Marissa finished. Use his own strategy against him. It's perfect. But risky, Lauren warned. If it doesn't work, we lose everything anyway, I said. James, show me what you've got. For the next hour, we huddled over James's notes, mapping out Ashton's investment patterns. It was aggressive, but if it worked. I can't believe I'm doing this, I muttered, making the final trade on my phone. Believe it, Marissa said. And while we wait, let's hear Anna's marketing idea. Something tells me it's going to be good. Anna grinned, pulling up a mock-up on her tablet. Picture this. Next week, when your family arrives, they'll see something very special on all our digital displays. As she explained her plan, I felt a wild mix of terror and excitement. In 48 hours, I'd either lose everything or secure my revenge in the most spectacular way possible. My phone buzzed again, a family group text from my mother. Next week will be amazing. Full day of pampering at our favorite place. Freya, do try to make it this time. It's not healthy to always be working. I looked around at my new team, all of them now invested in my success, all of them ready to help prove my family wrong. Oh, don't worry, Mom, I muttered. I wouldn't miss this for the world. The next 48 hours were the longest of my life. I barely slept, constantly checking the investment tracking app on my phone. Following Ashton's pattern was like riding a roller coaster blindfolded. Up another 12%, Marissa announced, watching the numbers climb. We were camped out in Lauren's, now my office, surrounded by empty coffee cups and half-eaten takeout. Not enough, Maria said, tapping her calculator. We need at least 20% more to cover the tax lien. My phone rang. Ashton. Should I answer it? I asked the room. Put it on speaker, Lauren suggested. Hey, big brother, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Freya, you'll never believe what just happened. Remember that tech stock I was telling you about? Up 40% today. This is why you should listen to your successful big brother more often. I muted the phone and looked at James. Is that the same stock we... He nodded, grinning. I unmuted. That's amazing, Ash. Any other hot tips? Well... He lowered his voice conspiratorially. I'm moving heavy into biotech tomorrow morning, but that's probably too rich for your blood. Hey, you're still coming to the spa day next week, right? Mom's worried you're becoming a hermit. Oh, I'll be there, I said. Wouldn't miss it for anything. After hanging up, I turned to James. How much do we have in reserve? Enough to follow his biotech play, he said. But it's risky. If it fails... Do it, I decided. He's never wrong about these things. His ego wouldn't allow it. The next morning, I walked into the spa to find Anna waiting excitedly by the front desk. You have to see this, she said, pulling me to the new digital display wall we'd installed. I worked all night on the reveal campaign. The screen cycled through elegant images of the spa's services, but every few slides, my face appeared. Professional. Confident, with the title Owner and CEO beneath it. These will go live the moment your family walks in next week, Anna explained. Every screen in the building will change simultaneously. It's perfect, I breathed. But first we have to survive the next 24 hours. Right on cue, Maria burst out of the accounting office. The biotech stocks, they're climbing. We crowded around her computer, watching the numbers tick up. 10%, 15, 20. Come on, I whispered. Just a little more. My phone buzzed. Another group text from my mother. Just bought new spa robes for everyone for next week. Well, everyone but Freya, since she probably won't come anyway. But they're monogrammed. Oh, I hope they kept the receipt, Marissa muttered. Suddenly, James let out a whoop. 30%. We did it. We actually did it. Maria quickly ran the numbers. With this return, we can cover the tax lien and still have operating capital left over. Lauren squeezed my shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now, should we call the tax office, or would you like to deliver the check in person? In person, I said. I want to see their faces when they have to remove that lien. 2 hours later, I walked out of the tax office with official documentation that the Golden Lotus Spa was fully clear of all encumbrances. My phone buzzed again. Ashton. Baby sis, that biotech stock just cashed out for a 60% gain. This is why I'm the financial genius in the family. Speaking of which, I just booked an extra long massage for next week. You should see what these treatments cost. I smiled, thinking about where his money would soon be going. That sounds wonderful, Ash. I'm definitely coming this time. Really? He sounded genuinely surprised. Well, finally ready to live a little. Don't worry about the cost. I know it's probably way over your budget. I'll cover it this once. That's so generous of you, I said, gritting my teeth. Hey, quick question. What time is everyone arriving next week? 10 a.m. sharp. Mom's insisting we all get there early to make a full day of it. She's even making Dad wear the new monogrammed robe. Perfect. Just as Anna had planned. Back at the spa, the staff was gathered for a celebration. Lauren had brought champagne, and Maria was distributing copies of the cleared tax documents. A toast, Lauren announced, to our new owner, who just pulled off the impossible. And, Anna added with a wicked grin, to next week's show. I've finished programming all the displays. The moment they walk in, she demonstrated the sequence on her tablet. The entire staff burst into applause. Are you ready for this? Marissa asked quietly. Once it happens, there's no going back. I thought about all the dismissive texts, the condescending comments, the years of being treated like a failure. I'm ready, I said. 1 week from now, everything changes. My phone buzzed one final time. A photo from my mother of the new spa robes, monogrammed with everyone's names but mine. Perfect, I murmured, showing the picture to Lauren. They have no idea they're about to be wearing robes with their least favorite family member's logo on them. The morning of the reveal, I arrived at the spa at 7 a.m., my stomach in knots. The staff was already busy preparing, an excited energy buzzing through the building. Everything's ready, Anna reported, checking her tablet. All displays are programmed, at exactly 10 a.m. when they walk in. Show me one more time, I said. She pulled up the sequence, elegant spa footage transitioning smoothly into my professional headshots, the new logo, and finally, the announcement of new ownership. It was subtle but unmistakable. Marketing materials are all updated too, she added, pointing to the stack of new brochures at the front desk. Your signature is now on everything. Maria appeared with a stack of papers. First month's financials under your ownership. We're already showing a 15% increase in bookings. Thanks to James's new booking system, I said, watching him demonstrate the app to a group of employees. My phone buzzed. Ashton. On our way. Mom's so excited about those new robes. She had them specially made by some fancy designer. Can't wait for you to see what real luxury looks like. Lauren appeared at my elbow. Are you sure you don't want to be in the lobby when they arrive? No, I said. I want to watch from my office. Let them process it first. Speaking of processing, Marissa said, walking in with coffee and breakfast, I brought fuel. You haven't eaten since yesterday. I can't eat. I feel like I'm about to jump off a cliff. More like you're about to push them off one, she replied with a grin. At 9:45, the staff gathered for final preparations. I'd given everyone specific instructions. Treat my family exactly as usual. Say nothing about the ownership change unless directly asked. They're here, James called from the front desk at 9:55. Just pulled into the parking lot. I hurried to my office, Marissa and Lauren following. Through the one-way glass, we had a perfect view of the lobby. Right on time, I muttered as my family walked through the doors at exactly 10 a.m. My mother led the way, carrying garment bags with the designer robes. My father followed, already looking bored. And Ashton, phone in hand, probably tweeting about his luxurious lifestyle. 3, 2, 1, Anna whispered into her headset. The displays flickered. My family paused mid-stride. "What's this?" my mother asked, staring at my face on the largest screen. Ashton laughed. "Must be some kind of mistake. There's no way." The announcement text appeared beneath my image. "Welcome to the new Golden Lotus Spa, under the ownership of Freya." My mother dropped the garment bags. "This is a joke. It has to be." James stepped forward smoothly. "Good morning. Welcome to the Golden Lotus Spa. Your new robes will be provided in your lockers, all featuring our updated logo." "Updated logo?" my father asked, speaking for the first time. "Yes, sir. All of our branding was refreshed last week under the new ownership." Ashton grabbed a brochure from the front desk, his face turning pale as he saw my signature at the bottom. "This is impossible," he sputtered. "She doesn't have this kind of money. She can't even afford a basic membership here." "Actually, sir," Maria said, appearing with a folder, "all of your previous payments have been transferred to the new ownership account. Would you like to review the documentation?" My mother sank into a lobby chair. "All this time, when you said you were working." "She's in her office," I heard James tell them. "Would you like me to announce you?" Through the glass, I watched my brother's face turn from shock to anger. "Her office? You mean Lauren's office?" "No, sir. Ms. Lauren retired last week. Ms. Freya's office." My phone buzzed one final time, a family group text from my mother. "Freya, if you're really here, we need to talk. Now." I looked at Marissa and Lauren. "Ready?" "Are you?" Marissa asked. I straightened my designer suit, the first thing I'd bought after the ownership transfer, and checked my reflection. Gone was the timid sister they'd always dismissed. In her place stood someone they'd have to reckon with. "Send them up," I told James through the intercom. I heard their footsteps approaching, saw their shadows through the frosted glass door. "Remember," Lauren whispered, "you earned this. Every bit of it." The door handle turned. I sat behind my desk, forcing myself to remain calm as my family filed in. Their faces were a mix of shock, anger, and, most satisfyingly, fear. "Hello, family," I said, gesturing to the chairs in front of my desk. "Welcome to my spa. Shall we talk about those new robes you brought? I'm afraid they don't quite match our updated branding." The look on their faces made every second of the past year worth it. "How dare you?" My mother's voice trembled with rage. "How dare you go behind our backs like this?" "Behind your backs?" I leaned forward. "Like you went behind mine on my birthday?" "That was different," Ashton snapped. "We were celebrating. You were working, like always." "I was working," I agreed, "on buying this place. Every time you came here bragging about your investments, I was learning. Every time you mocked my dead-end job, I was planning." "Planning to deceive us," my mother said. "No, planning to succeed. There's a difference." I pulled out the folder of financial reports. "The spa's profits are up 15% since I took over. Bookings have increased. Staff morale is higher than ever." "Impossible," Ashton scoffed. "You don't know the first thing about running a business." "Actually," Lauren stepped forward, "Freya has been studying under me for the past year. She knows this business inside and out. You," my mother pointed an accusing finger, "you helped her with this betrayal?" "I helped her achieve her potential," Lauren corrected. "Something her family should have done." My father, who had been silent until now, cleared his throat. "The money. Where did you get the money for this? Would you believe me if I said I learned from the best?" I smiled at Ashton. "Your investment strategies are quite effective when properly documented. Thanks for all those loud phone calls in the lobby." Ashton's face went from red to purple. "You spied on my trades?" "I learned from my successful big brother," I mimicked his condescending tone. "Isn't that what you always wanted?" "This is ridiculous." My mother stood up. "We're leaving, and we're never coming back to this place. That's your choice." I said calmly. But you should know. There isn't another spa of this caliber within 100 miles. And your memberships here are quite extensive. Non-refundable, too. You wouldn't dare cancel them, Ashton threatened. Cancel them? Of course not. You're valued customers. I pressed the intercom. James, please show my family to their scheduled treatments. The usual rooms. Right away, Miss Freya. And, I added, please make sure they receive their new robes. The ones with the updated logo. My mother's face tightened. Those designer robes cost a fortune. And they're lovely, I'm sure. But they don't meet our branding requirements. Don't worry. We'll store them safely while you enjoy our new signature robes. With my name on them. This isn't over, Ashton growled, standing up. You're right, I agreed. It's just beginning. Oh, and Ash? Those biotech stocks you were so proud of? I made the same trades. Thanks for the tip. It really helped cover the tax lien. He froze. You learned from the best? I finished. That's what family's for, right? James appeared at the door. Your treatments are ready. My mother looked at the new robes James was carrying, each emblazoned with my logo. We don't have to stay. Of course not, I said. But you've already paid. And isn't that what you always taught me? Never waste money? They filed out slowly, defeated but seething. Only my father lingered. You planned this whole thing, he said quietly. All of it. I learned from watching you all, I replied. How to be ruthless, how to put business first, how to treat family. Something flickered in his eyes. Was it respect? Regret? But before he could speak, my mother called him from the hallway. After they left, Marissa burst out laughing. That was amazing. Did you see their faces when they saw the new robes? It's not over, Lauren warned. They'll try to retaliate. Let them, I said, watching through the glass as my family was led to their treatment rooms, each wearing a robe with my name on it. Everything they do here now just puts money in my pocket. My phone buzzed. A text from Ashton. You think you're so clever? Just wait. You have no idea what's coming. I showed the message to Lauren and Marissa. Are you worried? Marissa asked. No, I said, watching through the security cameras as Ashton paced in his treatment room, angrily typing on his phone. For the first time in my life, I'm exactly where I want to be. Ms. Freya? Anna poked her head in. The photographer is here for the website update. Should we proceed with the photo shoot in the lobby? I smiled thinking of how those photos would look on all the displays my family would have to walk past. Absolutely. Let's show them exactly who's in charge now. As I walked to the lobby, I passed the treatment room where my mother sat fuming in a robe bearing my name. Sometimes revenge doesn't just feel good. It feels absolutely perfect. 3 days after the reveal, Ashton made his move. I was in a staff meeting when Maria burst in, waving her tablet. They're trying to tank us, she announced. Your brother just posted a scathing review on every platform possible. 1-star ratings, accusations of theft, fraud, everything. I grabbed the tablet. The reviews were vicious. New owner acquired spa through deception. Avoid at all costs. Staff are complicit in fraudulent takeover. He's convinced half our regular clients to cancel their memberships, James added, checking the booking system. We've lost 30 appointments just this morning. That's not all, Anna said grimly. Local business pages are picking up the story. Family drama at luxury spa. Sister's hostile takeover sparks controversy. My phone rang. My mother. Ready to give up yet? She asked without preamble. Ashton's friends are very influential in the business community. This is just the beginning. Is that why you called? To gloat? No. I called to offer you a way out. Sell the spa back to Lauren. We'll forget this little incident ever happened. I put the phone on speaker. Lauren, would you like to respond to that? Sorry, Susan. Lauren's voice was steel sharp. The spa is exactly where it belongs. Then you'll both go down together. My mother snapped and hung up. She's right about one thing, Maria said. We're hemorrhaging bookings. I turned to Anna. How fast can you put together a response campaign? Give me an hour. But, she hesitated. Maybe we should fight fire with fire? I have some dirt on your brother's business practices. No, I said firmly. We do this right. Professional. Transparent. I have an idea, James said suddenly. Remember all those client satisfaction surveys we've been collecting? The ones showing our improved services? Perfect. Anna's eyes lit up. We can create a response video. Real clients, real testimonials. Show the positive changes under new management. And I can release the financial reports, Maria added. Prove everything was done legally. My phone buzzed. Ashton again. Enjoying the reviews, sis? This is what happens when you try to play in the big leagues. Ms. Freya? A staff member appeared at the door. Your father is here. He's asking to speak with you. I found him waiting in the lobby, looking uncomfortable in his business suit. Come to add your own bad review? I asked. No, he said quietly. I came to warn you. Ashton, he's not just using social media. He's calling in favors from business associates, trying to get the health department to investigate us, the tax office to audit us. Why are you telling me this? He shifted uncomfortably. Because what they're doing, it's wrong. And what we did to you all these years, that was wrong too. Dad, let me finish. I watched you grow up being dismissed, ignored. I did nothing. But watching you these past few days, seeing how you run this place, how the staff respects you. He pulled out his phone. I've been taking screenshots of Ashton's messages to his friends, planning this attack. If you need them. Before I could respond, my mother stormed in. Charles, what are you doing here? Supporting our daughter, he said, straightening up. For once. She betrayed us. No, he replied. We betrayed her. Every day. For years. My mother's face reddened. If you do this, if you take her side, then you'll what? I interrupted. Exclude him from spa days? Write him off like you did me? You have no right? I have every right, I said. This is my spa. I earned it. And if you and Ashton want to try to destroy it, go ahead. But remember, I learned everything I know about being ruthless from watching my family. Anna appeared with her tablet. The response video is ready. Should I post it? I looked at my parents. Would you like to see what real success looks like? The video was perfect. Clients praising the improvements, staff sharing their expanded roles, before and after shots of our renovations. And threading through it all, the story of how a dedicated team and new leadership had transformed the spa. It's already getting shares, Anna reported. Positive comments coming in. My father nodded approvingly. You've built something real here. Charles, my mother snapped. We're leaving. Now. He handed me his phone. Here. Use these if you need to. And Freya? I'm sorry. For everything. After they left, I looked at the screenshots he'd given me. Evidence of Ashton's coordinated attack. Proof of his business manipulation. Should we use them? Marissa asked, reading over my shoulder. No, I decided. We do this our way. Anna, post the video. Maria, release the financial reports. James, call our loyal clients personally. And Ashton's attacks? I smiled, watching our response video gain traction online. Let him try. Some of us succeed by building things up, not tearing them down. My phone buzzed one last time. A message from my father. Proud of you, kiddo. Always should have been. The morning sun streamed through the spa's windows as I reviewed the latest numbers with Maria. Our response to Ashton's attacks had worked better than we'd hoped. Bookings are up 40%, Maria reported. And look at this. We've got a waiting list for memberships. Nothing makes something more desirable than trying to tear it down, Lauren observed, sipping her morning tea. My phone buzzed. Ashton. I'd been ignoring his calls for days, but this time I answered. "What do you want?" "We need to talk," he said, his voice lacking its usual arrogance. "In person, please." "The spa is booked solid today." "I know, I've been watching the parking lot fill up. Just 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking." I looked at Lauren, who nodded. "Fine, 15 minutes." He arrived looking disheveled, nothing like his usual polished self. "Your response video went viral." "I know. My client saw it. My investors saw it. Do you know what it's like having people ask why I tried to destroy my sister's successful business?" "Actually, I do. It feels a lot like having your brother mock your career choices for years." He flinched. "I deserve that." "You deserve a lot more. Look." He ran his hands through his hair. "I was wrong. Not just about the spa. About everything. The way I treated you. The things I said." "Save it," I cut him off. "I'm not interested in apologies. Is that all?" "No." He pulled out his phone. "I posted this an hour ago. You should read it." It was a public statement on his business page. "I owe my sister Freya an apology. My recent attacks on her spa were driven by jealousy and wounded pride. She built something remarkable through hard work and vision, qualities I've claimed to value but failed to recognize in her. I'm retracting all my previous statements and urging my followers to experience the excellent service at Golden Lotus Spa for themselves. Ashton, wait, there's more." He opened his briefcase. "I want to invest. Properly, legally, as a silent partner. You'd retain full control, but with my backing, you could expand. Open new locations." I stared at him. "Why?" "Because you're better at this than I am," he admitted. "You took everything I thought I knew about business and proved me wrong. And because I miss my sister." Before I could respond, my mother burst in, waving her phone. "Have you seen what your brother posted? This is unacceptable. He's damaging his reputation for—" She stopped short, seeing us both. "Hello, Mom," I said calmly. "We were just discussing business." "Business?" She looked between us. "Ashton, you can't seriously be considering—" "I already have," he interrupted. "And you should too. Look around, Mom. Look what Freya built while we were too busy looking down on her to notice." Just then, James appeared. "Ms. Freya, the journalist is here for the business magazine interview." "Send her up in 5 minutes," I said, then turned to my mother. "You're welcome to stay and watch. See how a real business owner operates." My mother's face softened slightly. "Your father, he's been talking about you nonstop, about how proud he is." "Good for Dad," I said. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an interview." "Wait," Ashton said. "The investment offer? Will you consider it?" I looked at the proposal, then at my brother's face, genuinely hopeful for the first time I could remember. "I'll have my team review it," I said. "No promises." He nodded, understanding the shift in power. "That's fair." After they left, Marissa appeared with coffee. Well, that was unexpected. "Life usually is," Lauren said. "Speaking of which," she handed me an envelope. Inside was a letter transferring her remaining advisory shares to me. "Lauren, you don't have to—" "Yes, I do. You've exceeded every expectation I had. The spa is yours, completely and totally." The journalist entered, notebook ready. "Ms. Freya, shall we begin?" I sat behind my desk, thinking of everything that had led to this moment, the dismissal, the planning, the revenge that had somehow transformed into something more meaningful. "Yes," I said. "Let me tell you about building something that matters." Later that evening, as I walked through the spa, I passed the wall of photos, my family's old promotional shots now replaced with images of our staff, our satisfied clients, our community involvement. My phone buzzed one last time. A group text from my father. "Dinner soon? Just us?" I smiled, typing back, "Yes, but this time, I'm buying." The sun set over the spa, my spa, painting the windows, gold. Sometimes the best revenge isn't about destroying what others have, but building something they never thought you could. And sometimes, just sometimes, it leads to building something even better. A new understanding, a new respect, a new beginning. I turned off the lights in my office, leaving the success I'd built to rest until tomorrow. After all, I had a dinner to plan with my father.